Yo, what up, guys? Mags here. I've got a Bitcoin analysis for July 29th of 2020. So starting off by looking at the weekly TPO chart over here, you can see that after we had our expansion following the March 13th drop into compression, price continued to compress into the upper range. And what did that do? It expanded, and it expanded in a direction that I didn't really think it would. But luckily, I was able to flip bias, and I actually was able to have quite a lot of fun trading this trend up. I think that we're now going to enter the phase where we compress for a while, and the market attempts to achieve some sort of balance. But I want to point out that it's so obvious on the weekly chart what was happening, right? Where you have the expansion period, price moves up rapidly, and it's the entire time it's trying to regain some semblance of balance, right? So as you see the weekly TPO charts, they're compressing, right? And what do they do when we're done compressing? Well, that always leads to an expansion cycle. It's pretty obvious on the daily chart here. After the corn moved down, it swept the lows. And when it moved up and it compressed again, notice how this time it didn't come back to these lows. It actually set a higher low. This isn't really something in market structure I'm looking at, but really more so in the profile. It just makes so much sense. So I see it sweeps, it tries to sweep again, it moves up, it compresses, but it compresses at a higher level than it was compressing previously, slightly, but that slight difference makes all the difference in the world. And then we see the trend days start to form, which led up to violent expansion that we had really more or less been missing out on for quite some time. Super exciting stuff. I know that everybody that trades Bitcoin is excited right now because we now have the opportunity, instead of trading these ridiculous 50-point rotations, I'm able to get 100, 200 points in a rotation right now. So scalping this is pretty much been a dream. These are pretty much the environments too where um, you can kind of make several months worth of money in just a couple of days if you really put in the effort. Yeah, so just point out a couple of anomalies here and there. We've got this tail here. We'll drag another one over here. So we've got another tail right there, tail, tail. You can see as we moved up, right? I'm expecting these days to get more and more like this, right? They're gonna be less and less trend days, and they're gonna be more and more compressing in neutral days as price seeks balance. And once some semblance of balance is found, I think that another expansion phase is probably upon us soon. It could theoretically happen today because I'm watching OI build up pretty high within this range. So another expansion cycle could be relatively soon, but maybe another day like this would probably take out this tail or at least come into it. I really would like to see this void get cleaned up. So something like seeing it come down to here and bounce, and I would get in long. The greatest trading opportunity recently was this right here. It was basically free money if you were here to buy the dip. I market bought this, and I did make the mistake of not taking profit at the top, and I took profit in the middle here. But either way, win's a win. Let's see what else is there to go over here on the TPO. Not too much really. I mean, just we've finally hit another expansion phase. We're entering some form of a quick balance phase, and then I expect continuation. We've made higher highs on Bitcoin and ETH on the high time frame market structure, so there's really no reason to not be a bull right now. Um, to me, it's all about identifying the evidence in front of you and just playing with what was in front of you. So until this expansion phase happened, I was a bear. But once this started to happen, it was pretty obvious to flip. I tried to short 9.6 with some of the friends, and it just didn't work out, right? But luckily, we didn't really get blown out. It was more or less, you're taking a small loss. And when we knew we were wrong with that short, we knew that since we're wrong with this short, that we probably should be flipping bull. So after that, it was just a matter of when are the sell-offs going to come and when can I get in. And during this move up, the evidence was so strong who was in control because the majority of the aggressive orders were sells. However, the bid was so strong the entire time during this move up that every time the sellers tried to hit it, the bid just absorbed all of the selling, right? And you would see these type of sell-offs that in a normal environment would have actually led to a real sell-off, right? Where you'd actually see a 300-point sell-off as a response to that amount of selling. But we were getting 30-point sell-offs, and it was pretty incredible to watch. Just people just shorting and getting squeezed and shorting and getting squeezed over and over again until we pretty much got into this upper range. And people tried to short at the beginning, but I could tell yesterday that people were just not aggressively shorting as much. So it's probably a point where now we're gonna either move down aggressively or even maybe bleed down. But some sort of temporary consolidation slash move down to bait more people into getting aggressively short so that we can run them again. Because I think that's going to be the name of the game for a while, is just running shorts. Um, and that's how I'm going to play it until proven otherwise. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. Have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. And any recommendations for what you guys would like to learn about also would be appreciated. Thank you.